Yo, this is Deontay the Bronx Bummer Wild, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And I'd like to give a big shout out to CJ Goodfellow, Sports TV. Bomb Squad, baby.
All right, man. Errol Spence is saying that the Terrence Crawford fight is closer than ever. Let's talk about it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop a video, right? So apparently, him and Derrick James, I don't even know where they fighting tomorrow. Shit, to be honest, let me tell you where they fighting tomorrow. They fighter Frank Martin, he from Detroit. They are fighting in San Antonio tomorrow. Okay, they fight at the Alamo Dome on Showtime. The main event is Ray Vargas taking on Mark Miaxo for the WBC featherweight title that Miaxo won from. Um, that he won from Gary Russell Jr. All right, um, so he said it's closer than ever, right? And that's subjective. You know what I'm saying? That's his opinion, right? But it's factual too because they're actually negotiating and they actually having some type of dialogue, right? But that's not what Crawford people saying. And I got my people that reaches out, the peoples and stuff of that nature, and people that's handling his negotiations. A lot of people don't even know who handles negotiations. It's telling me what he's saying is not true, right? So at the end of the day, they just they can say it's closer than ever, and Steven Espinoza can tell you it's 2/3 done. Which if you listen to it, it has nothing to do with 2/3 done. They're still on the money, but Errol Spence on Terrence Crawford is closer now than it's ever been. Hold on. So he did this interview yesterday with whoever it was. Let's see who it was with. I don't got it. So says Errol Spence confirmed Friday that the undisputed 147-pound clash against Terrence Crawford is closer now than it's ever has, and he believes it's definitely going down. All right. He said it's closer than it's ever been. If it don't happen now, it's never going to happen, said Errol Spence Jr. Fight Hub TV on the unification class at 147 against Terrence Crawford. So you heard him. If it don't happen this year, for the most part, it ain't gonna happen. It's way closer than it used to be. I think it's definitely going to happen, said Spence. So, of course, people sound confident, and that's the same thing Terrence Crawford been telling the public, like, oh, it's definitely gonna happen, and we gonna make this happen. But you just, you've been waiting for 5 years. And before Bob Arum said he would try to call over there and negotiate the fight, PBC wouldn't pick up the phone. He told Terrence they simply don't want to fight, but the only reason Terrence not still over there because you kept dissing him. You kept dissing him, so you're not gonna ride with nobody that keep dissing me. And then the stuff that you said about me, PBC is using that not to give me fair market value, and not to give me my money. So come on. But like I said before, a lot of people behind the scenes think they trying to save face. A lot of people think he gonna announce another fight in some increment of time period. If it's next week, the week after next, whatever it may be. Some people think he will be announcing another fight. So, like I said before, I don't know the specifics. I don't know what they backup plan, if they have a backup plan, or whatever the situation may be. But I don't really believe him. I don't really believe him. Because they ain't what Terrence Crawford team saying. That ain't what Terrence Crawford team saying. They saying that they disrespecting them. The offer that they giving is bullshit. They looking for a certain split that they ain't getting a split. I played all that yesterday twice. Video format live stream. So he going around saying, I think it's definitely gonna happen. Well, you said it was a contract. You put on your Twitter that it was a contract. Then, you said if it don't happen, it ain't my fault. Then you get mad at people for trolling and shit because you a troll. That's hilarious. So you gassed them up and then get mad when it don't play in your favor. It's crazy to me. But that ain't what Team Crawford said. Let's Team Crawford lying. But they ain't been lying for the last, let's say at least 8 months. They ain't been lying for the last 8 months. You got people that insist, oh, it's the business, it's this, that, and the third. And of course it's the business, it's the money. It's the money. But the thing for me is that man just don't want to fight. I don't care what nobody say. He don't want to fight that man. And I've been consistent on that for years. And, I say, oh, you learn this, that, and the third, bro. If he wanted to fight, he'd break his back to make sure this fight happened. He won't let Al have these negotiations on cruise control. He say, look here, man, Al, make this shit happen. Deontay did it with a rematch with Tyson Fury when Al Heyman advised him not to. So apparently they have some type of power. To say yay, nay, whatever. Crazy. So a lot of people can sit here and play the role and all that. He can sit there and lie to the fans. It's closer than ever, of course, because y'all finally having dialogue. That's why it's closer than ever. When Bob Arum used to call over there, they didn't want to have no negotiations about the fight. Probably when they was, negotiating the Fury Wilder fight, when he jumped in there, they ain't probably want to have no negotiations about the fight. They ain't probably want to have no negotiations about the fight. I'm trying to tell you. It's closer than ever because they finally talking. That's why it's closer than ever. They finally having a conversation because they refused to have a conversation, negotiate the fight with Bob Arum. For whatever reason, maybe it was because he fit himself in the Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder thing, and he signed Tyson Fury. But I think about it, Top Rank could have just signed Tyson Fury. Why didn't they? Why didn't they sign Tyson Fury is the question. They didn't. You dropped the ball. Bob Arum showed them the bags, sold up the division. There you have it. And there you have it. So of course he's gonna go around and say, well, it's closer than ever now, and this, that, and third. He's not gonna go out here and tell him that, well, I'm thinking about moving on, this, that, and third. No, he's not gonna tell you the integral parts of it. But guess what? PBC, Bud and them, they gonna say what they gotta say. They gonna say what they gotta say. And they gonna leak it out. So, man, like I said before, it is what it is. Keep telling y'all, dude. They just trying to save face. I just want to see how this gonna play, how this gonna lay down. If it don't happen, how they gonna lay it down? And naturally, everybody gonna blame Bud because nobody like Bud because Bud, not a lot of people like Bud because Bud was with Top Rank and they see him as the enemy because he didn't talk to the media. And the media got away. These new media niggas, they supposed to be different from the old media, right? You know what I'm saying? They supposed to be different from the old media. And they not. They hold personal grudges like everybody else over nothing. Like, if I want to talk to you, I don't have to. But Errol Spence lying out his fuck. Man, well, I can't call him lying because before they refused to have dialogue with Bob Arum. They did not want to talk to Bob Arum about making the fight. Crawford on his own, now he's negotiating, and they not budging off what they offering. They not budging off what they offering. You know, whatever it is, 30, 40, 20%, they're not budging. So you can say it's closer than ever, but I would say it's closer than never. Never. He gotta say shit like that. Because it wasn't no dialogue before. So think about that. It wasn't no dialogue before. They wasn't in there, chopping it up about nothing, bro. They said, I think they said when Errol Spence did that video with when after Sean Porter and Danny Garcia fight, when he let Derrick James and AB hype his head up, they said Bob Arum called over there and tried to make the fight. They was like, nah. So come on, it's a lot of little shit that some of it that we know, some of it that we don't know. That's what it's about. But Bob Arum didn't do old boy no favor. He didn't do his fighter no favor. Diminishing him, saying I lost this, that, but that's your highest viewers fighter. Pretty lost money on Tyson Fury, but with Crawford saying and what Spence saying, they team saying with Crawford team, what Spence saying, what they saying is two different things. And that's what they saying. Two different things. Two different things. So they saying that they still insulting them with the money. Tim Smith said we don't want to insult Terrence Crawford. We don't have the money. It's months later, they still saying that. Months later, they still saying that. So we still in the same place. No matter what the fighter's saying, I don't care what they saying. They in the same place. That's what they in. They in the same place. So, we can say whatever people want to say. But he can say whatever he want to say, but they in the same place. I'm gonna keep saying that. And that's the honest truth. They still ain't figured out the money. They still ain't figured out the money, bro. So he said we closer and it's gonna happen. It's that if it do happen, he look like a genius. But he said if it don't happen this year, it's not gonna happen. So he ain't like, oh, I'm gonna see you down the road at 154 pounds. We can get it popping there. So he said it's a wrap. So every time he say, man, I think it's definitely gonna happen. This, that, and the third. Then it turned to if it don't happen, this, that, and the third gonna happen. You just looking like, man, what's gonna happen? Is it gonna happen or not gonna happen? It's always some type of caveat with them, dude. Trust me, it's always some type of fucking catch. It's always some type of catch. I don't like the way they be talking. I don't like the way they be moving. It's always some type of catch. If it don't happen, well, nigga, why wouldn't it happen if you said it's gonna happen? Oh, I think it definitely gonna happen. Cool. But why wouldn't it happen? That's $1 million question. Why wouldn't it happen? Y'all, you said it's gonna happen. Every time you say if it don't happen, it ain't my fault. Bro, who said it was your fault? you know. But it is what it is. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live and drop a video. Check out the World Twitter Boxing's playlist. Financially, you want to support the channel. Cash App $ CJ Good 313. Venmo CJ Good 313. PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree from me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, um, Amazon Music, Google Podcast, Spotify, the whole nine. Appreciate the love support. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. Peace.